on Sunday, June 7th, we had the opportunity to meet with three outstanding seniors from Shelton High School. I was so impressed with them, with their delivery of looking at a different way to approach graduation this year. And we met for about an hour and a half. Marianne Marshall, Curtis Patchy, Mario Huvis, Heather King, Jennifer Diet, and then let's see who else. John Bisgornia. We all met. And again, we talked about an alternative to the current drive-through graduation plan. And we came up with a great idea that everyone on the committee or in this group anyway supported. And we would like to tell you a little bit about the plan that we came up with. We've been doing some investigating, and it might be difficult under the current circumstances to go forward with that plan, but you never know. Graduation is planned for the 23rd of June. And a lot can happen between now and then. But I would like for Marianne to kind of share with you what the plan was all about and to have our three students introduced. And they probably have a few things that they want to say also. But it was my pleasure meeting with those three students and with the group that met on Sunday, the 7th of June. It was wonderful. So Marianne.
Thank you, Dr. Apostle. So like Dr. Apostle said, we met with Shaylee, Mackenzie, and Sabrina on Sunday to hear their concerns and their suggestions around graduation. And, I really appreciated meeting with them because this is about them. And so we want to make sure that they are happy with whatever we're able to provide. So what we discussed was trying to do a more traditional graduation as much as possible. And we talked about doing that on the OBJH's campus on their field. We would practice social distancing. We would have 50 students. We would have each student 6 feet apart. We talked about having families around the perimeter of OBJH's field, also social distancing. We also talked about the importance of having families there, and so increasing the numbers of parents who are available, family members who are available to come and participate and see this special event. Like Dr. Apostle said, we were hopeful that there was a potential waiver that we could apply to do this special event. Unfortunately, after contacting Mason County Health Department and the governor's office, there isn't a waiver. But we are going to continue with the discussion and the planning. Now, we're not going to change the date of graduation, but we are going to continue to meet with Sabrina, Mackenzie, and Shaylee to try to do the very best that we can. If there are small tweaks that we can do, we will. We do know that on June 13th, Mason County is going to apply for phase 3. And so we're going to continue around the discussion around graduation and come up with a plan. Again, we're not changing the date, but coming up with a plan with what could graduation look like if we were in phase 3, and just continue to have the conversation. And we'll be meeting again tomorrow night with our group at 5:30.
Thank you, Marianne. Jennifer, do you have anything that you want to add, or Shiley or Mackenzie or Sabrina?
I would just add that at this point, we are trying to do our best to go in a direction that we're allowed to and one that accommodates folks. We did have a meeting today on campus to kind of come to some more details with the potential of the drive-through. And then I also reached out to Robert Herron to talk about the use of the OBJH field. So we are still trying to go in both directions, and eventually we'll narrow this down to one. And at that time, we definitely want to communicate with the community and parents and students.
Thank you, Jen. But right now, based on the information we have, it's the drive-through graduation unless something drastically changes.
Correct.
Yeah. What about our students? Do you have anything you want to add to this? Shiley, Mackenzie, Sabrina? Are you with us?
Hi, yes, I'm here. This is Shaylee.
Hi, Shaylee. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Good. I don't have anything I want to add. I just want to thank you guys all again for doing the extra effort and calling around. And I hope we get into phase 3.
Well, thank you. Thank you. We're going to do our best, and we can talk about that tomorrow in our Zoom meeting at 5:30.
Yep. Sounds great.
Thank you, Shiley.
Thank you.
Mackenzie, Sabrina, any comments?
I'm here. I'm Sabrina.
Hi, Sabrina.
Hi. I don't really have anything else to add, but like Shaylee, I wanted to thank everybody for hearing us out and trying to make it into what we want it to be. And hoping and praying that we can go into phase 3 and have a somewhat normal graduation and one that we can all remember for years to come.
Thank you, Sabrina. You were great in that meeting, and you continue to contribute, and we'll sure involve you as we move forward. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is Mackenzie with us? Mackenzie is not with us. Well, I would like to say that Mackenzie contributed significantly to our meeting and was actively involved in the discussion, and we appreciated her and Shiley and Sabrina. It was great. It was a real highlight for me to witness the caliber of students that we produce in the Shelton School District. They were absolutely amazing. Thank you. Anything else, Jen, or anything from any assistant principals, or Heather King? Are you with us? Heather King is not with us. The assistant principals, Curtis, John. Okay, Marianne, anything else that we need to add?
Nope. No, I think that's it. Again, I just appreciate being able to meet with a group of our seniors on Sunday. So thank you again.
So I just want to be clear that, you know, this is plan B. Plan A is the drive-through graduation. So we don't want anybody to be confused. And right now it's the drive-through graduation unless something changes pretty drastically, really, from where we are right now. So parents and graduating seniors, the path is clear for a drive-through graduation. We wish we could do more. Maybe we can, but for right now, that's the plan. And there shouldn't be any confusion as far as the direction that we're going to celebrate a very important moment in your life. So thank you very much.
Thank you. So members of the board, do you have any questions or comments?
I did have a comment, but Lynn, looks like I'll let you speak first.
Go ahead, Carrie.
Well, I was just going to update people. I did receive an email today. I do sit on the Board of Health, and they were asking the members of the Board of Health if they were available to meet on Tuesday, barring that they get their application completed. They want us to meet at 8:30 in the morning on Tuesday, June 16th. And then the commissioners would meet after that, and they would submit the application for phase 3 if everything goes as planned on the 16th. And of course, things can change, but I did want to mention that it's June 16th, which is Tuesday and not the 13th.
Very good.
And then how quickly they get that turned around with a yes or a no is another thing. I think the anticipation or the hope is that we would find out that Mason County is potentially in phase 3 by the end of the week, but there's no way of knowing that. Each of those applications are reviewed by one single person in the governor's office. So just depending on how the time frame of that goes. But I just wanted to update you on that.
Thank you for sharing that, Carrie. That helps.
I just want to say, you know, as a parent of a senior, he's probably not as invested in the ceremony as I am, but and I just appreciate the passion that our students have for this day. And I can only put myself in their shoes and imagine how I felt at that time. I also just want to commend our staff for this. There's so much work that goes into this, that for you guys to take the time and let these students' voices be heard just really speaks a lot to our district, and I just appreciate all the work. And then to try to go, make 2 plans simultaneously is a lot of work as well. I did want to give Heather a shout out. There was just the way that she has handled questions coming at her, so professional, so caring, so concerned for these students, that it just speaks a lot for our staff at the district and at the high school. And I just appreciate it from a parent's perspective.
Thank you.
All right. Any other thoughts or comments before we move on? Ladies, thank you for bringing this, being brave, courageous, and bringing this up and advocating for yourself. It takes some guts to do that, so well done. I think the plan that is being put together, I'm glad that it has student voice involved in it, and that Jennifer and the other staff at the high school, they've done an exceptional job of working that way the entire time, trying to include what the students want. So this is definitely, we keep using the word unprecedented. This is definitely unprecedented, and regardless, you're going to have a very unique and very memorable graduation, regardless of what it looks like. So thank you very much for being brave and coming forward.